Hey everyone, welcome to another live stream by me. Today we're just playing games like normal, right? We're playing Seven Deadly Sins Grand Cross. That's what we're playing today. Today feels, I don't know, today feels kind of mellow, kind of in the middle. Like I'm not tired, I'm not anxious about anything, but I'm also not super excited or happy about anything either. I'm kind of just in the middle, you know? Today's one of those days, which is weird, but who knows, right? Anyways, I think actually I don't really know. Gosh, I don't know what to say, to be honest. It's a lot of the times I know that you're supposed to be more up whenever you do this sort of stuff, but I can never I can never do it. I can never find that energy. It's so weird. I can never find that energy. I can never find that thing to be like super talkative or anything. I mean, I can be talkative if people want me to. Oh yeah, I can definitely be very talkative. I can talk about anything. Well, to an extent, I guess. Like as long as I have knowledge on the topic, then I can talk about it. But we're gonna jump straight into the game, shall we? Cause why not? Come on, come on, come on. We do not care. Nice. Why am I in here? I don't even know. Okay. We're just gonna play like normal. One day I hope to be able to like have a my own internet that no one else can like freaking touch. Like only me. That's what I want. And so I can have like the best internet and like just no one can mess with it. Like I can do whatever I want. Oh, excuse me. That is exactly what I want. To be honest, after the stream, I'm probably gonna go either make lunch or I'm gonna skip lunch and I'm just going to edit stuff. Probably for YouTube. Which I gotta tell you actually that I was gonna go work on um it yesterday. That's what I was gonna do. Like I got up and I was like I feel like I need to be able to, I need to be doing something, right? So I got up and I went to my computer and I was going to edit stuff. That's what I was gonna do this weekend. I was gonna edit my episode for my Minecraft Let's Play. That's what I was gonna do this weekend. But I don't know what happened. Freaking my file got corrupted or something. Like I couldn't like the file was gone. Like the data was gone. I have no idea what happened. It was it was gone. Look, see, there it goes. It was gone. It was gone. Look, there it goes. Oh no, it's gone up into the sky. Flying away now. Gone forever. So I recorded another episode, and that'll be my episode 5, which freaking sucks. But like, it is what it is, I guess, right? Like, this is how things have to go, I guess. I don't know. To be honest, I don't know why I'm doing all the daily quests. Like I don't need them. Except for the gems, the Super Awakening coins, the auto tickets, and the stamina pots. Other than that, I don't really need anything else. So I don't know. I guess it's just something for me to do, right? It barely takes me any time to. It takes me less than it takes me less than 20 minutes to do everything. Oh my god. Okay, so I know what I was gonna talk about actually. So a few things actually. So yesterday I watched the movie Splice for the first time. If y'all don't know what Splice is, it's a 2009 movie about this couple, and they basically work in a research lab, like they're scientists. They work in this research lab where they take different parts of different animals or species DNA and they put them together, and they make this new thing, like in the hopes to make a new form of protein, like a new form of whatever, right? To fight diseases, fight deadly diseases. That's what they do. Like that's their job or whatever, right? But one day they come to the conclusion that they can splice together human DNA. And so they tell this to like their committee board or whatever, right? And the board is like, "No, we don't want that. We want you to just keep doing what you're doing for now because later on we're actually going to shut down your whole facility and turn it into something else for biochemistry." And they're all like, "What the hell, dude?" So they keep working on whatever, right? But um in secret, the girl the girl and the guy in secret, they go and they make a human clone or whatever, right? Because they figure out they can do this. So that's what they do. They go off and they make this human clone and they raise it as like their own kid. That's what they do. They raise it as a kid for a long time, and it ages fast, right? So fast forward. to to whenever, right? Whenever the kid thing is grown up, and dude, it's just so weird. Like, it's like a teenage girl at this point, right? And so the husband later on finds out because uh the the girl, the creature thing that they're raising, finds a cat, and it wants a cat, right? But the wife, the main wife, she is like, no, you can't have a cat. It could give you a disease or something, right? Because they live out in this old farm that the wife used to live on. So, the dad comes home, the husband or whatever, right? He comes home, and he um he sees that the girl is sad. And so he puts on music and they dance together. Like, he's showing her how to dance, and this makes her happy, right? So later on, or like while they're dancing, he looks at the girl, and the girl looks so familiar to him. He's getting this feeling, right? And so this is when he realizes, oh my god, my wife or whatever put her DNA as the human aspect of this. So it turns out that's like her daughter or whatever, right? Because in reality, she didn't want to have a kid because it would um it would cause her to like lose control in things. Like, she didn't want to lose control over her life by having a kid. So she just makes this kid by putting her own DNA in there. So he realizes, he confronts her, and this whole thing happens. And so later on, um the wife starts to really care for the kid. She ends up giving back the cat that um that she took away initially. But now the girl is like, I don't care about the cat. So she kills the cat with her tail that she has. And the tail has like this bone needle thing. And she kills the cat right in front of her. And so the mom is definitely like, well, we're not dealing with this. We're not gonna do that, obviously, right? So she puts the girl under like anesthesia or whatever, and locks her onto the metal table or whatever that's there, right? And she cuts off the end of the tail where the needle is, where the bone thing is, right? She cuts it off. And so the husband comes home and finds this. Or like, he sees it happening, and he's like, why? Why are you doing this? And the wife doesn't really even have an explanation, right? It was kind of just out of the blue. But still. And so later on, the wife ends up going back to work because she was, sick or whatever. But she ends up going back to work and synthesizing this protein that they need because she was the only one that could do it. So she ends up synthesizing this protein that they need and like saves their job or whatever, right? And then they go back home, and the husband is there with the kid because the kid is like still, you know, traumatized by all this, right? Like, who wouldn't be traumatized by something like that? So the kid is still traumatized, and she tries to like make out with the dad essentially. And the dad is like, no, we should not do this. But then he gives in and starts to make out with the kid, with this creature that they made, right? That's what they end up doing. And then they end up having sex. on the floor on the dirt, right? And so, and the wife comes home during this whole thing, and she opens the like barn door wherever the girl's staying, right? And she watches this happen and is like, "What the hell?" And then she runs off. And who knows? Like it's all super crazy, super stupid. I don't know. I feel like I can't even keep explaining it because it's so like horrendous. It's just bad all around. It's insane like how bad it is. But the other thing I was gonna talk about was so last night I was on TikTok, as you know people normally do, right? And the and this clip shows up of this movie called Fantastic Mr. Fox. And let me tell you, like I've seen that movie a bunch of times. It is so good. It is such a fantastic movie. Like I will stay on that hill till I die. It is such a fantastic movie. Fantastic. Literally. It is such a good movie. And so I and so for some reason I went on this little tangent in my mind. It's like what would be like my top 10 movies like if I had movies to watch for the rest of my life? Like if I had just a just top 10 and that's all I could watch for the rest of my life? Fantastic Mr. Fox would be top 10. And so then I sat there and I thought I was like, well, what would actually be my top 10? Cuz I have actually like no idea. And I came up with Fantastic Mr. Fox and then like Coraline because that's a great movie. The Green Book. The Green Book. Oh my gosh, that one is such a good one too. And then like almost any war movie to be honest. Like if y'all know me, then war movies are like my thing. They really, really are. Like any World War II movie. They're all so good. Like or it's not World War II, but you know a World War movie, like an old war movie. 1917. That one's really good. And then there's one called Fury. That one's super good too. There's Hacksaw Ridge. That one's super good too. There's a bunch of war movies that I love. I absolutely love some of these war movies. They're all great. Not gonna lie, they're just all great. But like, I can't think of any other like top 10 movies I've seen, to be honest. Like ones that I could watch over and over and over again. I can't really think of any. I don't know what it is, but like I can't really think of any. Oh yeah. You know what? I wonder why Melly is the way he is, to be honest. Like, why is he so short? I guess that's a joke, right? That's like the running joke or whatever. It's like he's the son of the Demon King, but he's so short. To be honest, that is a little funny. Like, how are you this powerful and known throughout basically all of existence or whatever, but you are this short? To me, that's actually like hilarious. Oh, okay. That wasn't all of them, right? Oh, it was. Okay, never mind. This music is like so nice too. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna turn off simultaneous just so I can drag this out so I can keep talking. Not gonna lie. Sometimes, mm, sometimes the AI will like go like straight for like the most powerful attack, and then I won't have to do anything, and that's actually like freaking awesome. And that's sometimes what I hopes happen. I hope happens. Gosh, I cannot speak. Oh my gosh, so close. Yeah, single attack, go for the other team, not for mine. Thank you. Do not. Okay, I guess. I mean, screw you. Ha ha ha. You've gotta be kidding me. I didn't wanna use that. But it's the only attack, so. I didn't want to use it. I didn't want to use it just yet, anyways. It freaking sucks. Oh, okay. I didn't expect it to give me another one, like straight off like that. But okay, thank you. Really? Stole my thunder, dude. Oh wait, hold on. Let me Yep, complete all those. Just so it's out of the way, you know. There we go. That's what that's all I needed. One thing I've noticed about whenever I live stream and then I end up like talking a bunch is that like whenever I'm done talking is like I get super tired. Like I put so much energy into just talking. Now I'm tired. I don't know what it is. It's so weird. Oh, okay, thank you. See, that's what I hope to happen sometimes. Just straight at the gate. How do you not die from that? Like he had like no health. That's insane. Cause he's gonna kill right here. So that's why I'm not doing anything. See, see, insane. This, and that. You know, sometimes I do wish I could do more, or like I had more supporters. Like not to say that I don't have more. I don't have a bunch of supporters, because I do. But like I wish I had more, which sounds bad, because it kind of is. But like that's what I wish. I just wish I had more people to support me. I have like the whole community of streamers and YouTubers here to support me, because this is something that I want to do with my life. And I know that for certain, which is crazy to think about. Like one thing I'll say to like everyone watching is just like Follow your dreams. You have so many people you don't even know, but you have so many people backing you in this thing that you want to do. You have so many supporters. You have so many friends and whatever that chase your dreams. Just do what you want with your life because it is your life ultimately. Don't sit behind a desk for the rest of your life. Don't go work a 9 to 5 just because that's what you think you have to do. That is not what you have to do. Like, although you have to make money, you have to do whatever, right? Do what you want. Be a content creator. Be an Instagram influencer. Live in a van and drive wherever you want to go. Do that, and you will be happy. You will be happy in that regard. I know it. Oh my gosh, why couldn't you just crit? I've said it before and I'll say it again right now. This music reminds me of Minecraft so much. It really does. Like, I don't know why, it just does. Like this song in particular, it's crazy. Dead. Dead and gone. Oh yeah. I pressed it. What happened? What's happening? There it goes. Jesus, I don't know. I don't know what was happening. Oh, excuse me. Gosh. Oh, yeah. You know what? Actually, I want to ask you all something. Is that what is like? So in this world of content creation, that you have to have some sort of variety, I guess, right? Or I guess not everyone has variety, but still, I want to be a variety streamer. That's what I want to be. And so I just want to ask you all, would you all still watch me? Would you all still be here if if I was playing other games? Like, would you actually stay and watch? That's all I want to know. Things like Minecraft, things like Fallout 4 or Shadow of War, or even stupid boring games like anything, you know? Hey man, how are you? I haven't seen you in like forever. Oh, okay. Well, who knows? To be honest, I'm trying to just like talk and like say more things because I want to like make clips of myself and like put it on TikTok or YouTube Shorts or something and maybe grow an audience. Because who knows, right? Yeah, yeah, I know. I definitely want to like see if people will come back. Because who knows? Like, some people might, some people won't. But like, then I want to I want to keep growing my audience. Right now, my goal is to get 70 a constant of 75 viewers. And that's because that's when I can become a Twitch partner and then start making even more money. Because once I hit Twitch partner, oh my gosh, that'll be one of the highlight of my thing. That'll be one of the highlights of my career, to be honest. Because to be honest, that's what I want to do with my like. This is what I want to do with my life. I want to grow on here, and I want to be a content creator. That right? That's just I want to be a YouTuber. I want to be a streamer. That's me. That's me. I'm that dreamer. I'm that dreamer, so to say. Which is why now I'm back and I'm going to be streaming every day from 11 to 1 o'clock. Now, there's not much I can do on this game alone, which is why I ask. It's like, would y'all still watch if, you know? Because yeah, I definitely want to play. I want to play more games. To be honest, one of my goals right now is, oh my gosh, get better internet. Like, I want the router right next to my damn PC, or I want Ethernet. I want an Ethernet line running from the router all the way to my PC. Because right now my internet is so bad. It is really bad. Like, the most I've ever gotten was 20 megabytes per second. 20 MB per second. That's the highest I've ever gotten on this PC. And that is not enough to run things like Twitch constantly. And I also want to run like TikTok live on the other thing. Yeah, dude, that freaking sucks. Like, I also want to run TikTok live at the same time um because I know TikTok will help me grow my audience. It will definitely help me grow. But like every time I think about asking for that, I feel like I'm asking for too much for some reason. Either I move my setup over to the router, or the router moves over here, or ah, damn, I didn't mean to do that. Or we run a line. We run an Ethernet line. Those are the only three options for this. Or I make enough, or like I start making enough money to where I could pay for my own internet. And I can put the router right next to me. I think that was the last demon, right? Hold on. Yep. Nice. Okay. And then okay, I already did. Alright. Alright, cool, man. That's fine. But thanks for the lurk, though. I'm gonna do PvP because it's at least something that I can do, right? Oh wait, no, that's not the tickets. There we go. Freaking, he just starts floating. That's funny. You know, I really thought about this, and I was thinking about this the other day. Is that I could like never be uh I could never be someone's great boyfriend or great boy best friend because I could never feed into their delusions. I could never. I could never feed into their delusions. I'm bad at it. Like even if I want to, I can't because I'm just so bad at it. Oh god, Melly's gonna die from this counter. Oh no. I'm surprised actually. Gosh. I need something to talk about. I really do. I don't know. I don't know what. I feel like I just need something to talk about. You know what I actually heard the other day? This is a dumb question because I heard I heard it on a dumb podcast. But like if you could go back to like your younger self and change something in life and like in your life, what would you like to what age would you go back to and why and what are you going to change, right? And To be honest, um, I'd probably go back to whenever I was 14 or 13 and just going into high school. That's where I that's when I'd go back. But I wouldn't change anything. I just go back just to go back because gosh, it is. To me, high school was the it was it was that time of my life. I didn't peak in high school, but I had the most fun in high school. Like a consistent social group, always something to do. That's what it was for me. It wasn't anything bad like how a lot of people say it is now, or like even like a lot of the kids now. It's like, oh my gosh, high school is the worst thing ever, and I'm like, no, it is not. I don't know what they're doing to you if they're freaking pinning you against a wall and torturing you. Like if they have you in handcuffs and chains, like you are not having a bad time in high school. You are just complaining to complain. Like that's my philosophy, I guess. That's my reasoning. To me, high school was one of the best times of my life. Because I'm 19, and I feel like just after high school, everything just goes down the toilet. I don't know if anyone out there will agree with me, but that's how I feel about high school. That high school wasn't bad. We just made it seem bad because we didn't we wanted to go off and do our own things in life. But now that we can go off and do our own things in life, we don't want to because it's scary. And it is. It is really scary. It's scary leaving home. It's scary getting in a car and leaving forever, leaving the town you grew up in, leaving the leaving the people you grew up in, or the people that you grew up with. That is scary. And I should know. I really understand and I really know. Because I don't know. Hold on. Just because like me or like Queso, he lived in a small town throughout his whole life and he wanted to be the streamer because he didn't want to work a 9 to 5, right? And streaming was pretty much not going to work out for him. So he decided he was going to go work a maintenance job with his dad, and that's what he was going to do if streaming didn't work. And ultimately if streaming didn't work out, then he was going to go to the military. Like he was going to get in the best shape of his life and he was going to go to the military. That's what he was going to do. And I understand that because I I was doing the same thing, or I was going to do the same thing. Like I didn't have a job, but I was fresh out of high school and I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to do anything like with my life, which sounds so terrible because it actually is. But I didn't want to do anything with my life. I just wanted to sit at home and do nothing. Like I wanted to relax for the rest of my life, but I knew that's not how things were. Like I was going to go into the military. That was literally the plan for me. Is that I was going to go into the Air Force and I was going to do computer stuff for the rest of my life. That was the plan for me. But then the Marines got to me and the Marines scared the hell out of me. They did. I don't know what it was, but the Marines they scared the hell out of me, and so I opted out. And now I want to do streaming for the rest of my life. That's what I want to do. I want to stream. I want to play games for the rest of my life. Or I know that sounds bad, even in itself, but like that's what I want to do. I want to stream. I want to play games. I want to get paid to play games. That's what I want. And I am so lucky. I really am for being and like or like when I get to that position, I will be so lucky because I will be in the position of where I can just be at home and stream for 2 to 3 hours every day, make some money, and go out and do what I want, right? Or even stay home and do what I want. That's what I've come to in my life. That's what I want. And I know it'll take a long time. It'll take dedication. It will take commitment. It will take a lot. But that's what I want. That is truly what I want. And a lot of people are scared to go out and do something like that, which I definitely understand. Gosh. Yes, it also takes a massive amount of luck. It takes a lot of luck and it takes a lot of commitment. It takes a lot. It really does. Which is why it is one of the luckiest positions you can be in your life. But if I make it, then I will be incredibly grateful for it. Also, hi. Hi, hi guys. How are you guys doing? Cuz I'm doing well, to be honest. Ah, okay, well, that's fine. You go off and do your thing, man. You know what? To be honest, the only thing I really ask of anyone in my audience, to be honest, the only thing I ask of you guys is Like maybe follow me. Maybe go follow me on other socials. Like maybe donate, maybe sub to me. I'm not saying you have to, because you definitely don't have to. But it helps, but it supports me, and that's the only thing I can really ask of you guys. At most, right now, the one thing I can ask of you guys is like, because I also asked one of my other friends who mods this, Terry, you guys know, is like clip parts of the stream that you guys find entertaining or funny, or that you guys find entertaining, because that's what's gonna help promote me. That's what I'm going to put on YouTube Shorts or TikTok, and it helps me a lot. It really does, because being able to promote my content and get it out there is a huge thing. Also, I don't know what it is, but like overnight, one of my videos did go viral. It's got like 100K views on it, and it attracted a bunch of Russian people for some reason. Like just like all the Russian viewers out of nowhere. Cause I got up this morning and I went on TikTok, and there was like it said that I gone, or like I got my notification. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was the algorithm. Maybe because I had nothing. Because like it wasn't a Russian meme. It wasn't that. Oh gosh, I gotta stretch. Like it wasn't a Russian meme. It was just a meme that I found on Reddit and I posted it. But who knows? It's all weird, right? Hey, thanks. Thanks, man. Thanks for the follow. And whoa, that was loud. Jesus, I didn't expect that sound. I'm gonna have to go and change that alert. But thanks for the follow, man, and I'll see you around. Gosh. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm gonna look up some questions actually to like keep my mind flowing, you know? Because they're all because like a bunch of these questions are dumb, really. Okay, so okay, hold on. I'm looking at these and it says the first question is how long is your now? What the hell does that even mean? What does that even mean? How long are you doing something? I don't know. That question makes like no sense to me. How long is your now? What? Is that actually supposed to mean anything? Because to me it means nothing. Okay, second question. What was the moment where you felt most motivated? Ooh, that's a good question actually. Where I felt the most motivated? Gosh, I actually don't know because like obviously there are a lot of times in my life to where I felt plenty of motivation. But the most motivation? Oh my gosh, I don't know. Actually, I think I know. Whenever I got my first pay from Twitch because it was like from donations and a couple subs. I got $50 from Twitch. And to be honest, I think that's where I felt the most motivation because I'm like, oh my gosh, this actually pays money. Like I actually got money from this. I'm going to keep doing this. I think that's where I felt the most motivation in my life. At least for now, right? Whew. Yeah, some of these questions are really good, actually. Okay, question 3. If you won the lottery, what would your today look like in 5 years? Wow. Hmm. It would probably be me, maybe at this same desk, maybe at a different type of desk, but me with a dual monitor PC setup, the fastest internet I can get, and then the rest of the money going to or going towards probably games and better stuff for streaming. Maybe a better monitor later on, a better graphics or storage, a better microphone, definitely a better microphone actually, and also probably still living in the same house, and my dad not having to work because like I don't want my dad to work the rest of his life. I mean that would be awful. That would not be fun if my dad had to work the rest of his life, especially how his work is going now. Because I swear, dude, it's like so tough on him. And I hate that. I hate that it is so tough on him. Okay. Question 4. What are you holding on to that's holding you back? Wow. What am I holding on to that's holding me back? Oof. I guess, that's actually a good question. I guess the fear of leaving. You know what I mean? The fear of leaving my home. I'm like holding on to that fear, I guess. You know what I mean? Which is a little scary. But yeah. Okay, 5. If you didn't know your age, how old would you think you'd be? Oof. That's good. To be honest, I think I'm 17, 18 because that's how I feel. Like ever since I was 17, I feel like I've clearly aged, right? But like I feel like I haven't aged mentally after that. I feel like I'm just stuck right there. That's so weird, but like that's how it feels. That's how it actually feels. So yeah, I'd probably be like 17, 18, cuz who knows, right? Okay, question 6. Do you work to live or do you live to work? Oof. I am definitely a work to live right now. I feel like that's most of Gen Z, to be honest. Actually, no, that's the world because you have to work to live. Now, some people are privileged, like they were born into a rich household or whatever, and they still go get a job, so they live to work. But for a lot of, like everyone else, they work to live because the government does not help at all. So I definitely work to live. That's definitely me. Okay, question 7. Do you hate or love better? I feel like I definitely love better. I'm not good at hating people. Because every time I try to like hate someone, I always feel guilty for hating a person. I don't know what it is. Or like sometimes I feel guilty about hating someone. So I'm definitely a lover. I'm definitely more of a lover than I am a hater. Okay, question 8. Would you rather lose all your memories or never be able to make new ones? Oh, wow. That's hard actually. That is hard to think about. So I lose all my memory, but I can make more memory, or I can keep the memory I have, but I can never make any new memories. Wow, that is tough. I'd say I would probably rather never be able to make new ones, to be honest. I'd never be able to make new memories. I feel like that is me. I feel like that's the best choice because then I have all the memories of when I was a kid with my dad and my mom and my sister and just everyone else, right? And especially um all the memories that make me me. So yeah, I would not be able to make any new ones. That's actually a pretty good question. That's a really good question. Okay, number 9. Question number 9. How do you measure success? Gosh, to me, it is two things. Is are you making good money to live? And are you happy? That is how I measure success. Like, are you happy in what you're doing? And are you making money and like enough money to live? That's how I measure success. I think my dad measured it a different way. Because, like, he says you can be successful in anything that you do. To me, success is measured by are you happy? If you're happy, then you're successful. If you're not happy, then you are not successful. If you're making good money, then you're like 50% the way there. But if you're happy and making good money, you're super successful in whatever you do. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Okay, question 10. If you restarted your life from scratch, would you end up in the same place? That's a good question. I think I would probably end up on a different path because either it's fate or it's something completely different. So if my life restarted and I didn't remember like I didn't have anything that I have now, would I end up in the same place or a different place? I bet you I end up in a different place because although there is so much talk of things like um, fate and like your life is already written before you even started, right? I think I would end up somewhere different, to be honest. But that's just me. Okay, 11. What is something you do differently than anyone else you know and why? Hmm. Something I do differently than anyone else. That would probably be um gosh, that's hard actually. The way that I view the world, how about that? The way I view the world is definitely different than, than a lot of other people. And the reason why, so I look at life 50-50. That's how I look at life. I look at it as if something will either happen or it won't happen. That is me. That is my preference of the world. Because to me, it's always been that. It's like something will either happen or it won't happen. And I know people say it's like, oh, well, that's not mathematically correct. That's not scientifically correct. And it's like, okay, well, I don't care. Something either is or isn't, and that's just me. And that's how I will always look at life. Okay, 12. Now this one's a good question. What job would you do if you weren't paid? So like if you were working a job but you weren't getting paid for it, what job would you do? Oof, that's actually kind of hard. I guess still this actually. I would still do streaming because I'm not getting paid right now. I'm not getting paid. But it's a job that I would want to do for the rest of my life, even if I didn't get paid. And that is my honest to God answer. It really is. Okay, 13. What is one part of your everyday routine that you'd be better off without? Oof. That one's good. Oof. Gosh, I don't really know. Because because my everyday routine is essential, to be honest. It's essential to me. Like, I get up, and then I shower, and then I brush my teeth, and then I put on my shirt and my shorts, and I go to my PC, and I'm just there. Whether it's streaming, or editing a video, or whatever, right? That is my routine, and I don't think I could live without any of it. If I'm being completely honest, I don't think I could live without any of my routine. Okay, 14. Can you ever commit a truly selfless deed? Wow, that is good. Truly selfless. So like, not even thinking about it, just thinking about the other person and for their benefit, no benefit of yours, just their benefit. Could I do that? Gosh, would I be able to do that? I don't think I could. I mean, in my head, I feel like I definitely could, but like in my heart, I don't think I could. Which sounds so bad, but like I don't know what it is. I just feel like I couldn't. I just feel like I wouldn't be able to do that. I don't know. I don't know what unless it's like I die and then I say give my heart or my kidneys or my give away my body for someone else. Unless it's something like that, I don't think I could do it. I really don't think I could. It's crazy, but like that's how it is for me. Okay, 15. What previous dream do you see the most meaning in? Probably going to the military and working on computers. That is honestly the dream like a previous dream that I do find the most meaning in. Because it was a set path on my life. That's what it was. Now it's just a far off dream. So so yeah, that would be it. That's actually kind of crazy. Okay, 16. What's a question you wish people would ask when they meet you for the first time? Oof. Okay. I'd say probably. Oof. Oof. That's supposed to actually like play something. That's supposed to actually like play the actual animation or whatever, but still, or the actual like noise. Um, it would probably be like, do you actually want to be friends, or do you actually want to talk to me or whatever, right? That's what it would be for me, anyways. Hey man, how are you? Mardenos? Mardenos? I don't know how to say your name, I'm sorry. But hey, how are you? Don't mind me. I'm just like asking myself questions and then answering them. I'm doing pretty good actually. This is occupying my time pretty well. What's your answer to this question? If you heard the question. So the question is, what is a question you wish people would ask when they meet you for the first time? So let's say you walk up to someone, or like someone walks up to you and they want to be friends. What is the first question you want them to ask you? Because to me, it's like, do you actually want to be friends or something like that? It's like, are you doing okay? That would probably be one of my one of these. Like, are you doing okay, man? Probably that, because who knows? Oh no! Oh, I should have used the ultimate. I don't know. Damn. And I have plenty of questions too because I'm asking these to myself and to anyone who's watching. let's see. Depends on the situation. If I'm just sitting somewhere, I would like to hear "How are you?" Or if I'm doing something like playing on my phone, "What you doing there?" So they show that they are interested in conversing and show interest in something that I'm interested in at the moment. Oh, okay, wow. Yeah, actually that is a pretty good answer. It actually is. I wouldn't say that's a bad answer at all. I'd say that's a pretty good answer. You wanna hear the next question? Okay, let's see. So, question 17, because like I'm reading off a list. If you could have coffee with one person dead or alive, who would it be? So if you could have, so basically you just sit down with someone. Anyone in the world, dead or alive, who would that person be? Gosh, that's hard. That's a hard question. Um, I'd say probably. Oh, I feel like a celebrity. Or no, 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 no. Mr. Beast. I know that sounds like a stupid answer, but like to me, Mr. Beast would be an amazing, an amazing person to like sit down with and ask him so many questions about his life and like how things go, and maybe even get advice on how to do things with things like money and stuff. Oh, your dad? Oh, I'm so sorry, dude. I really am. I'm so sorry. My dad is still alive, and I precious, or like I cherish every moment that I still have with him. Like I would never want to let him go. So I am really sorry, man. I am really sorry to hear that your dad passed. Truly. To be honest, actually, whenever I read that question, my first thought was my dad. Like, sit down with my dad and just have coffee or whatever. Like, I'm not a coffee drinker, but like, still. Because, like, I love my dad to death. Life is moving forward, so I gotta move on. But if I had the chance, I would trade all I have for him. Yeah, man, I feel you on that. I really do, because I love my dad to death. I really do. Even after my parents divorced and whatever, I stayed with him with like no matter what. And he's one of my biggest supporters in life too. So my dad is definitely 100%. My dad would definitely be 100%. Okay, next question. Is a life a computer simulation? Don't don't ask, because these are just questions that I'm reading off like randomly. Is life a computer simulation? Gosh, I don't think so. I think life is too random, too whatever, right? To be a simulation, to be something that was programmed. I feel like life is not that. I feel like, you know, cause who knows? So yeah, I definitely don't feel like life is a simulation. I feel like life is a product of a higher being, but like not of ourselves, and we just put ourselves in this. So life is not a simulation to me, at least. For other people, maybe, but to me, it's not. I'm gonna move this up. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Bad question, because I like to philosophy a lot. Honestly, I don't care if it's a simulation, so be it. The difference is you shouldn't live your life like it's a simulation, like something that has already happened, but rather like something that you have influence on because you have. Is that answer? No, the answer is not confusing. I actually really like that answer. That actually is pretty good. To be honest, to me, yeah, I feel the same way. Uh, like if life is a simulation, then sure, like that's not gonna affect me like anything. Like I'm just gonna keep living life like how I want. So no. So it's either a simulation or it's not. And this goes back to a question that I asked myself earlier. It's like, how do you view life or something? I can't remember what it was, but like, um, what was the question? Hold on, let me look for the question too. Um, gosh, I can't remember the question from earlier, but like, but like my answer to the question was like, um, I view life as a 50-50. Like things can either be or they won't be. That's that's my question. Or that was my answer. Sorry. That was my answer to a previous question. So, but yeah, it's who knows, right? Next question. Actually now. Okay. Uh let's see. How can a single moment have the power to change everything? Wow, that's good. I'd say if a single moment can change everything, then that means it is the most impactful moment of your life. It really is. Do I think that it could? I don't know, to be honest. I think it actually could, but then again, like, what kind of moment would that be? That would have to be something like you almost die kind of thing. Hmm. But it's how can a single moment have the power to change everything? How? Hmm. Now that question has stumped me because I can't. I feel like I can't answer that. That feels like too hard of a question for me. So, oof, my fingers are cold, dude. You know what? I'm gonna do these last five over here. Oof, ow, sorry. Hit my headset. You gotta be kidding me. I think a single moment just can't change your entire life. It's a bunch of moments, memories, and possible futures that can. That's a pretty good answer, actually. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like a single moment wouldn't be able to change your whole life, even if you wanted it to. It's a bunch of small things that end up to being one big thing. So, yeah, that's a pretty good answer, actually. You're better at this than me, dude. Let's see. Okay, so 21. What if there were no experts, but everyone knew a little about everything? Hmm, that's a decently good question, actually. It's like the jack of all trades, but master of one thing or something like that. I can't remember how the saying goes, but it's like, would you rather be like really good at one thing or semi good at everything? So, but yeah, so what if there were no experts but everyone knew a little about everything? Um, wow. That's hard. Um, what if there were no experts but everyone knew a little about everything? I mean, it's not really a question, so like, it's just a what if question. Like, what if that was the case? Like, what would the world be like, I guess? What would the world be like if there were no experts and everyone just knew a little about everything? Hmm. The world would be a lot more peaceful because humans would have to work together. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like we wouldn't have a lot of war, or like we wouldn't have war at all. I feel like I feel like governments really wouldn't be a thing. I feel like everyone would kind of just like coexist as themselves. I think that's what it is, to be honest. But who knows? Okay. 22. If beauty is in the eye of the beholder, what about reality? I know that question is a little stupid sounding. But like, okay, so you know how they say beauty's in the eye of the beholder? So what if like what about reality? If everyone's perception is different, what about reality? What would that be like? Like what would that be? That's a good question actually. I don't have an answer for that one though. A lot of these ones are pretty tough, especially towards these middle ones. Hmm, that's hard actually. What about reality? I'd say reality would be a disappointment, I guess, because the world is already a disappointment. So reality outside of the eye of the beholder would just be the world. Reality is an infinite and constant variable of infinite possibilities. Our view on beauty has nothing to do with reality. It's simply our taste and preferences. Yeah. So I guess reality would be different, wouldn't it? Because everyone is different. So in reality, we're all like everything is the same, but through everyone else's eyes, everything is different because it's a perception thing, right? So 23. Question 23. How much influence does a person's name have over the course of their life? Wow, their name altering the course of their life, pretty much. Um, wow, that's a pretty good question. I'd say it has at least a little influence because like what if you come from like a very powerful family? Then that means you would be probably probably more respected in things. So like I say your name definitely has a fair amount of influence. Other than the fact that if you weren't born in a powerful family, then it has no influence. Or if you've made some sort of mark on the world, then your name has some sort of influence. But other than that, I'd say it's like a percentage chance to have influence. But who knows? It definitely has influence. Some names have more, and some names have absolutely more influence. not really a question you have to think about a lot, in my opinion. Yeah, yeah. So every name pretty much has an influence, right? It just depends on the person, to be honest. So 24. What happens if aliens are real? Well, to me, it depends. Like, how far are the aliens from us? Because depending on how far they are, then they see different times of our world. And like, what is the aliens' philosophy on meeting a new species? Is it we greet them with open arms, or is it we exterminate them so that way we are always the most powerful? I say it depends. But I guess on our end, if aliens were real, we would try to contact them, wouldn't we? We would try to contact them so hard. We would send out multiple radio waves and whatever, right? We would send out a lot to like try and get in touch with these other this other species of people. Oof, sorry. Yeah, it depends. If they are more advanced than us, then I would probably question the statement we are the most advanced species. If they just exist without them being really an intelligent life, it wouldn't really matter, would it? Yeah. So it really depends if are they are they on our field, or are they higher, or are they lower? That's really what it comes down to, doesn't it? It all just depends. So yeah. Okay, question 25. We're a third of the way done with this list. If you had to support the idea that aliens weren't real, what would you say? Wow. If you had to support the idea that aliens weren't real, what would you say? Gosh, I don't know. Hmm. Probably like if they were real, why wouldn't they be here now or something? Or like I don't know. It is definitely a hard question. So I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. It's pretty hard. Pretty tough. Oh, excuse me. I like this. I like asking questions and then actually getting someone to answer besides just myself. I like that. The existence of aliens doesn't concern us at the moment. We should rather find out how we use the resources of other planets or make colonies on other planets so that humanity survives. Yeah. Basically, let's not focus on literally anything else but ourselves. That's what we should focus on. That's what we should be focusing on. Ourselves. Not anything else. Ourselves. So yeah, I think that's actually one of the best answers. Like we shouldn't focus on anything else other than ourselves. Okay, question 26. Who decides what the right thing is? Who decides what the right thing is? To me, I don't think it's anything in particular, or I don't believe it's anyone in particular that says this is the right or wrong thing. I think it's a society thing. I think that's what it is. I think it is society as a whole seeing the right in, or seeing something and a lot of people agreeing this is the right thing, and then everyone else who sees the other side as the right thing, as the wrong thing. So I think it's definitely a society thing. It's not just one person in particular. It's not a one person in particular type of thing. That's what I think. I'm just gonna farm anvils while I'm just asking questions. I'm just gonna farm anvils. We can continue to ask questions and continue to ask questions and continue to get answers, you know? Should I? I feel like I should move this just somewhere else. Or move the chat. Oh wait, I locked it in place, that's why. Let me... Sorry if I'm, like, moving stuff around too much, but... Let me put that right there, and then chat on the other side right here. And now lock in. Right or wrong are written down in the contract that society binds itself by and uphold by institutions. So it's something the majority of people decide on. Yeah. Yeah, to me it's definitely a society thing. Where was I? I was on question 26. Okay. No, I was on question 27 now. Okay, question 27. Is time a construct? Now, I've heard a lot of great things by people saying that it is, and some people saying that it isn't. So, to be honest, I want to get your preference, man. Is time a construct? Because to me, I think it is. I don't know. I know it's different like everywhere. Time is different like everywhere, to be honest. But is time a construct? That's a good question. don't mind me, I'm just like reclining in my chair while this is going. Time is made up. It's just like the eras. It's made up so that people can rely on something that gives them security or the possibility to talk about past or future events, because without time, we would just have the present. That's actually pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, so time is a construct. It's just something that we made up so we could like grasp onto something. So that way we we can understand something. So time is a construct. I don't know, it's all weird. Let's just say that humans are weird. We're all kind of stupid, right? We're all kind of stupid. We're all kind of this. We're all stupid, you know? Humans are stupid, right? Who knows? But anyways, question 28. Why do most people work 5 days per week instead of 4, 3, or 2? Now this one's an easy question in my opinion. Why do most people work 5 days per week instead of 4, 3, or 2? To make money. Because people work to live. Because like with the way that the world is, we have to keep making money to live. Or at least that's how the US is. Yeah, because we want money. We want money so we can keep living. So we can have a chance of living the life that we want. That's what it is. Yeah, so this goes back to a question from earlier. It's like, do people work to live or do people live to work? Some people live to work, like because they find it enjoyable having to do something all the time. But I think most people work to live because without like because like if money was still a thing but like you don't have money, then you are just on your own. You are basically in the gutter to everyone else. So yeah, it's because we want money and we want to live. We want to buy food, water, things like that. The essentials that we need to live. Yeah. Eh. Okay, question 29. Oh my god, this one's stupid. What shape is the sky? What shape is the sky? What the hell does that even mean? Like, what shape is the sky? It's flat? I don't know. It's a dome because, I live to live. Work just gives us the possibility to live a better life. Yeah. To me, the sky is a freaking dome because in our perception, we live on a flat land, which is why the land like cuts off because of the horizon. Because like the earth curves, so that's why it's cut off. That's the horizon. So like sky touches the horizon, and then goes all the way around to the other side. So to be honest, it's like a half circle, I guess. That's what the shape of the sky is to me, at least. Like I never thought about this, but yeah. What even is considered as sky? Is it the atmosphere or the stratosphere? I don't know. What is considered sky? I guess. Gosh, I don't know. What is considered sky? The atmosphere? No. Yeah, the atmosphere, I think. Whatever, I don't even know. I don't know. That's not a question that's like a question you ask a who are those people that like study weather? Those people. That's a question for those people. I don't know what the name of those people are, but that's a question for them. Not for me. Definitely not. Like, in my opinion, sky doesn't really exist because why would I call it sky if we already have the atmosphere or the word atmosphere? I mean, fair enough. I mean, I guess we just call it sky because, we've always called it that, right? It's a society thing, right? That's what it is. Okay, question 30. Who knew what time it was when the first clock was made? Whoever invented the sundial, pretty much, actually. Because the sundial was the clock before the clock. It's basically you just stick a straight stick in the ground, and the shadow represents the time. That's what the first clock was, pretty much. But like an actual clock, who knew? Or like, I guess you would just look up at the sun, or like you would look up at the sky where the sun is. That's pretty much what time it was, right? But that's a decently good. That's more of a history question. That's not more. That's not really a thinking question. That's more of a history question. Like, how did we come up with how time runs on a clock? Who knows? Yeah, that's more of a history question. That's not really. That's not really like a world. That's not really like a thinking one. We had possibility to see what time we had before the clock was invented. Better question is, who knew what time we had when the term time was invented? Yeah, that's a better question, to be honest. Hold on, let me look at that question again. Who knew what time we had when the term time was invented? Who knows? That really is like a history question to me. Nah. Anyways, question 31. I'm probably gonna do half of these actually, which is like 30, which is 35. No, not 35. Actually, yeah, 35. We'll do 35. We'll do 35. We'll go all the way up to 35, and then I think I'll end. And then I think I'll end stream there. Okay, question 31. What's better, being a big fish in a small pond, or being a small fish in a big pond? Hmm. To me, it would be a big fish in a small pond, because I guess it goes with like, how do you live? I guess like, do you live big or do you live small? To me, I live big, but I don't mind living in a small place. Like, those houses that you can buy on Amazon. I don't mind those because it's a small livable space, so that's fine with me. So I'd rather be, or what is better to me is being a big fish in a small pond. Who knows, right? I mean, these are all decently good questions. Or you know what? Actually, I won't go to 35. I'll go till when this is done, when the game is done with its thing. Being a small fish gives me the possibility to be more curious and more surprised of things. Actually, yeah, that's actually pretty good. That's a pretty good way to look at it. It's like having a child's sense of wonder, to be honest. But that is a pretty good answer. Okay, question 32. Was math created or discovered? I think math was created. Math was definitely created. And whoever created math must have, like, hated life. I mean, or at least didn't understand life. To me, math was definitely created. Whew, excuse me, sorry. Yeah, I think math was created. It wasn't discovered. It was discovered, in my opinion, because the universe is ultimately a zero sum quoted by books from college. Really? So you think math was discovered? I mean, it is a possibility, right? Like math being discovered as like some ancient thing that we just found. To be honest, that's a pretty good answer too. Either you could make a good argument for it either being created or discovered. You could make a pretty good argument for both, to be honest. The universe is the ultimate math. Yeah. Okay. Question 33. Is fate a real thing? Oof. That's pretty good. Is fate a real thing? I think fate isn't real. I don't think fate is real. I think fate just is just like another construct to make us feel less scared about life. I think that's what fate is. So I don't think fate is real. I think fate is just something we created so that way we wouldn't have to be scared about life. Drinking water. It's the same as the simulation in my opinion. It doesn't really matter. If fate is real, I would still live like I didn't know existed. Yeah. Yeah, same. Like I would still live life the same even though I know, I would act like I didn't know because living life how you want and not thinking like, "Oh, this is always how it's going to be." Living how you want is way better than living how you don't want. You know what I mean? Live how you want because it is your life after all. Okay. Question 34. Does the truth exist or is it all subjective? I think it's all subjective, to be honest. Or, I don't know. This one's a good question. Does the truth exist? Or is it all subjective? If you could definitely make an argument for either one of these. I think the truth does exist. Like the truth itself, that exists. But it's also subjective on the person. So I think it's both, to be honest. It's pretty much both. Truth does exist. If it didn't exist, then we would have to question everything. We would literally have to question reality. Yeah, so I think so just like what you said, I think truth does exist. It's just subjective to the person. That's in my opinion. Okay, question 35. This one's a dumb question. Can you cry underwater? I mean, yeah, you can. But like your tears, like you wouldn't be able to see your tears, I guess, right? Like you could cry underwater, but like your tears would just not be there because it's carried away by the water. Yeah, you can definitely cry underwater. Your tears will just be gone pretty much. Okay, question 36. Why is it called a building if it's already built? Hmm. I mean, I don't know. It's like the question, can you get wet underwater? No, can you get wet underwater? Well, no, because you're already wet. So what are you adding to? You're adding to already being wet? That's stupid. I think that question's stupid. Can you get wet underwater? Yeah, stupid. Whatever. But yeah, why is it called a building if it's already built? To me, that's a stupid kind of thinking question though. Why is it called a building if it's already built? Hmm. I'm trying to think of like an actual answer because it was being built. I guess that's why it's called building. Well, no, not that. It's like a building. Why is it called a building when you're not building it? It's already built. So actually, I don't know. I don't have a good answer to this. It's a kind of stupid question. So to me, I got nothing. Okay, now these ones coming up are mental health questions. At what point does working for a better life become an unhealthy obsession? Oof. I'd say it goes with like, do you have a family and stuff? Because if you do, then it becomes an unhealthy obsession when you're neglecting your family. When you're neglecting everyone around you and only focusing on work, that's that's when it becomes an unhealthy obsession. when you start to forget that everyone else, that you care about everyone, when you start to forget about caring for everyone else, I think that's when working becomes unhealthy. Definitely. Yeah, when your job becomes more important than the people around you. Yeah, definitely. It's scary, but that's what happens to some people. So, okay, 38. This one's kind of this one's kind of like a personal question. What is your mother like? So I guess this goes off of like, how do you view your mother? Hmm. To me, my mother can be a very kind and sweet person, but ultimately gets her priorities mixed up in life. So my mom is an overall good person, but gets her priorities mixed. Same with my sister. And I think me too. I don't know. I'm kind of scared to say I'm like my mom or my dad, because saying I'm like my parents, like, you're never gonna escape that. You're never gonna escape not being your parents. But you're always going to have some part in them. And you're always gonna be scared. It's like, well, I don't want to be my dad. I don't want to be my mom. Like, I want to be better than. Like, sure, you're gonna be better than them, but like, you're gonna be like them in a way. You'll just be like 100 times better than them, but you'll be like them, which is weird. I don't mind saying that I'm like my dad, to be honest, because my dad is an amazing person. My dad has always been an amazing person throughout my entire life. To me, to my grandma, to my mom still after the divorce, to like my friends, to everyone. He's been an amazing person to everyone. So, alright, I think we have time for one more question after this. My mother is the person I trust the most and that loves me unconditionally. Yeah, that's really nice. I feel like that's how parents are supposed to be. That's how my dad is to me. Now, I could ask you this question, but I kind of don't want to because it's the same thing, but it's, what is your father like? And I know your father passed away, and I'm still super sorry to hear that. So I don't know if you actually want to answer that question or if you want to move on to a different one, because we can move on, or you can answer if you wish. I gotta remember to breathe. And because I'm talking a lot, I gotta remember to like drink water because like saliva buildup, I guess. I don't know. My father is the one I could do all the silly things with. He was more or like closer to me on the same level as my mom, but differently, if that makes sense. Yeah, no, I get it. So that was all the questions that I had time for when that was happening. Let's see. And I think that's pretty much where I'm gonna leave it today, to be honest. I think we had a pretty good stream. I talked with a lot of people. I talked to you, thank God. I had someone to talk to this entire time, and I had fun, especially asking and answering all those questions. So yeah, I had fun today. Today was actually pretty fun. So I think that's where, I'm gonna leave it off for today. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you back here tomorrow if you want. Remember, 11 a.m. CST every day, every day. Also, I have more socials in my bio, or I have socials under Twitter, TikTok, Discord if you want. Is a good deed more worth than a bad deed? That's a good question. Well, I'd say a good deed is definitely more worth than a bad deed. Because then you feel better about yourself, having done a good deed. To me, a good deed is definitely worth more. But like we said, it is subjective to any person. It's subjective to any and all people. So, but yeah, thank you, Mardanos, for coming in and staying with me and answering all these dumb questions, these really thinking hard questions. Thank you, thank you, thank you for coming in and doing that. You can follow me if you want. You can even subscribe to me if you want. I have a donation thing at the bottom if you want to donate. And all that money, the money, if you do donate to me, it goes to bettering my stream and things like that. So yeah, you can follow me on wherever. You can follow me here if you want. You can donate, you can sub, you can do whatever. Because it is your life, you can do what you want. So thank you very much for staying here with me throughout all this. And I will see you tomorrow, if you want. 11 a.m. CST tomorrow, actually all this week. Thank you very much for stopping by, and I will see you another time.